This is a 12-minute mid-morning yin practice to help you reset, clear mental fog, and come back into your body. You will need a pillow or a bolster. So coming onto our mat, maybe doing a quick down dog and finding your bolster, placing it right behind your low back. And then from here, just laying down so that your spine is supported by the bolster or the pillow. And just leaving the legs in a natural cross-legged position. And just beginning to tune into your breath. Feeling your heart rate. And letting your forehead just melt down towards the floor. If you start your mornings with a to-do list and an agenda and maybe some computer work, it's always a good idea to come back into our bodies in this mid-morning hour right before lunch. And extending your legs out in front of you. Reaching the arms up overhead. And engaging the core a little bit, so pointing your toes, pressing your palms together. And then just rolling over onto your left side. Taking a moment to pause. Just lying on our left side is very regulating for our heartbeat. And now finding that bolster or pillow behind you, sliding it right where your knees just were, and then rolling back onto the mat so you're flat on your back, lifting your hips up and adjusting the spine, pulling your knees in towards the chest and rocking back and forth. So a nice low back massage, warming up the low back as we prepare to come into a twist. And as you're ready, just gently letting the knees fall over to that left side. Keeping your arms out wide like a T. And the goal isn't to find like the deepest stretch possible here, but if you do need a little bit more of a stretch, you can straighten that top leg, just extending it out in front of you. And so we're kind of unlocking and stretching the fascia between the low back and the thoracic spine, which tends to get compressed throughout our day. And deepening the twist by turning your head to the opposite side, so looking over to that right side. And just allowing your body to unwind without any pushing. There's no pressure. There's no goal. And then on an inhale, moving your head back to center and lifting your knees back up to neutral, maybe squeezing them in towards your chest. Rocking back and forth to feel some nice compression on the low back. If you want to take that a little bit deeper, you can grab onto the big toes or the outsides of the feet, coming into a happy baby pose. And we're not trying to force the low back on the floor. You can let it round. In yin yoga, rounding is a good thing. And then from here, switching sides with the bolster or your pillow and just placing it to your right side, bringing your arms out like a T and gently twisting towards your right side. And again, the goal isn't to take the deepest twist ever, but if you do need a little bit more of a stretch, you can straighten or stack that top leg. And just feeling your inhale expand the ribs. And turning your neck to the opposite side of your knees, over to that left side. Gently rolling your neck back to center, bringing your knees back in towards your chest, rocking from side to side, massaging the hip joints. And then as you squeeze your knees in towards your chest, rocking back and forth on your spine, massaging from the low back to the neck, and gently coming back up to seated. And then from here, taking a nice, just comfortable seated pose. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, just cross-legged. And then inhaling your arms up overhead and then turning to find your bolster behind you. So I'm turning to my right side first. I'm bringing my right arm behind me. I'm propping myself up on the bolster and bringing my left hand to my right knee. So taking a gentle seated twist and then inhaling, bringing the arms up, and that same thing on the other side. So I'm resting my left arm on the bolster or the pillow behind me and bringing my right hand to my left knee. And again, just finding some traction and space between the thoracic and the low back. And then inhaling, bringing the arms up overhead. And then doing some nice arm circles, bringing some life back into the shoulders and the neck, rolling the neck forwards, behind. And then once you find a comfortable spot, bringing your left ear towards your left shoulder, and then placing ever so gently your left hand to rest on the top of your head. So I'm not pulling my ear towards my shoulder, I'm just gently letting the weight of my arm facilitate the stretch. And slowly releasing the arm, bringing the head back to center. And rolling the shoulders back and down one more time. And then bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder. And bringing that right arm up and over and just gently facilitating a little bit of weight towards that right side. You should feel a nice deep stretch, providing some length into the neck. Gently releasing that arm, bringing your hands to your knees, and then as you inhale, bringing your chest forward and exhaling to round. So moving with your breath here, I want you to really exaggerate forward and backward. So we're bringing motion into that thoracic spine, and then gently beginning to shake that out, extending the legs in front of us, shaking out the hands, shaking out the legs, and then beginning some gentle tapotement, which is basically just slapping with your open palm on your legs, your thighs, your hips, your low back, coming up to your chest, onto the shoulders, and onto the face, onto the top of the head, and then gently resting at the heart, crossing your legs and beginning the rest of your day.